Right. So today we're gonna take a deep dive into the career of a real estate expert, David Bryant.
Okay.
And we have this YouTube video where he walks us through his journey.
Yeah.
And it's quite a journey.
It is.
And let me tell you, it's not your average real estate story.
Right.
This guy has done it all.
He has.
He's globe-trotting, risk-taking,
Yeah.
a whole lot of innovation.
So many twists and turns in his story.
Right.
It's pretty amazing. Like, he went from very humble beginnings all the way to becoming an ambassador to China.
To China, yeah.
There's a lot we can learn.
Yeah, and it didn't happen overnight.
No.
So,
decades in the making.
it's a long career, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
So David's journey begins in South Carolina, right?
Yes.
While he was attending the University of South Carolina.
Right.
Okay, so picture this.
Okay.
He's in college. His neighbor is a real estate developer.
Right.
And offers him a job as a subdivision greeter.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Wow, what a lucky break.
That's not your average internship, right?
Yeah. Not at all.
Not at all.
Very different.
Yeah. So it makes you wonder, like, what sparked that initial interest in real estate for him?
Yeah.
Did he just see something in those subdivisions and think, oh, this is cool, I want to...
Right? Was it the houses themselves or the idea of building a community? It's hard to say. The video doesn't really go into his early motivations.
Right.
But what we do see is a remarkable work ethic.
Okay.
And this willingness to learn.
Oh, yeah.
So he doesn't just stay in that greeter position.
Right.
He quickly takes on all these different roles within the company. So he does marketing. He's dabbling in advertising.
Wow.
And get this. He's even selling condominiums over the phone.
Wait, selling condos over the phone back then?
Back then.
This is pre-internet days.
Yeah, it's like way before.
That's pretty revolutionary for that time.
It is.
What kind of skills or strategies do you think he was using to close deals
right.
without face-to-face interaction?
I mean, it really speaks to his entrepreneurial spirit, right? Like, he had to think outside the box.
Yeah. Be creative.
He had to be able to build rapport over the phone.
Right.
Right? Paint this vivid picture of the properties and really instill confidence in these potential buyers.
Yeah. Build that trust.
Exactly.
Over the phone.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Especially back then when you didn't have, virtual tours, all the technology we have today.
Yeah.
He really had to use his words to make that sale.
Absolutely.
So that's impressive.
Yeah, so it's almost like this foreshadowing of future success in international markets.
Right.
Where building those relationships are paramount.
Absolutely. And it's that foundation he built early on that really set him up for his success later as an independent developer.
Okay, so after cutting his teeth in South Carolina, his journey takes him all across the U.S., doesn't it?
It does. He goes everywhere.
Yeah. From
Gatlinburg to Orlando, Aspen, Atlantic City.
Wow.
He was involved in projects all over the map. And not just any projects. We're talking condominiums, hotels, apartments.
Yeah.
I mean, a really diverse portfolio.
Yeah.
Really showcasing his versatility.
So this wasn't just about building.
Right.
This was about understanding different markets, demographics, the nuances of each project type.
Exactly.
Did he ever specialize in a specific niche, or was he constantly seeking new challenges?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Right.
The video highlights all this diverse experience.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really delve into whether he had like a specific area of expertise.
Right.
Maybe he thrived on that variety, constantly expanding his skill set, taking on those new challenges.
Yeah.
That could be part of his secret sauce.
So, and this diverse experience likely gave him a unique perspective.
Oh, absolutely.
When he launched his own company.
Yeah.
At just 30 years old.
Wow.
That's a bold move.
That is bold.
Especially in a field as competitive as real estate.
Yeah. I mean, to build and sell a company within a decade, that's not easy.
Especially at that age.
Right, 30 years old. I mean, that suggests a combination of ambition, strategic thinking, and a really deep understanding of the market.
Yeah.
But the video keeps us guessing a bit.
Right.
It doesn't reveal the specifics of his company or even the strategies that led to its success.
Yeah, so we don't really know
the
challenges he faced, the risks he took, or the lessons he learned along the way.
Right, exactly. It's like...
Makes you wonder What were those early entrepreneurial days like for him?
Right?
You know, was it all smooth sailing, or did he face any major setbacks that shaped his approach?
Yeah. Did he have any mentors
Right.
guiding him? We don't get those details, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we do know that his journey doesn't end there.
Right.
He keeps going.
Yeah.
He thrives in different areas of real estate, always seeking out those new opportunities,
Yeah.
always pushing the boundaries.
One project that stood out to me was his involvement in the development of Lake Carolina,
Oh, yes.
a massive 6,000 unit community.
Huge.
Yeah. And he even earned the nickname the mayor of Lake Carolina.
A mayor.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Which suggests a significant impact
Right.
beyond just construction.
It's more than just building houses.
Right.
Right. It's about creating that vibrant, thriving community where
Yeah.
people want to live, work, and connect that
Yeah.
sense of belonging.
It makes you think, like, what were the unique features of this community that contributed to its success? And what role did David play in shaping its identity?
What was his vision?
Yeah.
Did he have a specific plan?
Did he draw inspiration from other successful communities? Or was this like a vision entirely his own?
Was he just making it up as he went along?
I guess that's the beauty of a deep dive.
Yeah.
You start with a story and end up with more questions than answers.
You always want to know more.
Yeah,
That's what keeps us coming back.
absolutely.
But those questions, they lead us to deeper insights and a more complete understanding of David's impact.
Yeah.
So they're important.
Absolutely. So after establishing himself as a force in the U.S. real estate market,
Yeah.
his journey takes an unexpected international turn.
Yes. This is where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
So David's work with Chinese investors leads him to become an ambassador to China for the state of Florida.
Wow.
An ambassador.
To China.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're not talking about like a quick trip here.
Right.
He had an office in Beijing.
Wow.
He was constantly traveling back and forth, really immersing himself in this completely different culture and business landscape.
Yeah, so imagine the challenges and opportunities that came with bridging those cultural and business gaps.
The whole new world.
What kind of lessons did he learn from navigating a system so different from what he was used to?
Yeah. I mean, it's a perfect example of how adaptability and cultural intelligence can be these key assets
Right.
in the global marketplace.
Yeah. The video mentions his work with Chinese investors.
Right.
But what were those specific projects? And how did his understanding of the Chinese market
Right.
influence his approach?
We get these glimpses into his success,
Right.
but we don't always get the full picture.
Right. What were the unseen hurdles he had to overcome?
Exactly.
And how did those experiences shape his approach to future ventures?
Yeah, it makes you realize we often focus on the outcomes,
Right.
the achievements.
Right.
But the real learning lies in understanding the process,
Right.
the challenges, the adaptations.
That led to those outcomes.
And those lessons
Yes.
are often the most valuable takeaways
Absolutely.
for anyone, regardless of their field.
For sure.
It's about more than just celebrating success.
Right.
It's about learning from the journey itself.
The journey is just as important as the destination.
Exactly.
And speaking of the journey, David's doesn't stop there.
Okay.
He goes on to manage this massive
Okay.
recreational land development company in Texas.
Wow.
So this move further expands his expertise,
Right.
taking him from those urban and residential developments to a completely different type of real estate landscape.
That's quite a shift.
It is.
What were the key differences he encountered managing a recreational land development company compared to his previous urban projects?
Right. Like, do he have to acquire new skills,
Right.
new knowledge to succeed in this new environment?
It's fascinating to consider
It is.
how he applied his previous experience to this new context. Yeah. Did his approach to community building translate to developing recreational spaces?
Right.
You know, were there unique regulatory challenges?
Right.
Working with land designated for leisure activities?
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, did he actively seek out these diverse experiences
Right.
to challenge himself and broaden his horizons?
Was he intentionally pushing himself?
Or were these opportunities that presented themselves? And he was savvy enough to capitalize on them.
Yeah. Was he just in the right place at the right time.
Either way,
Yeah.
it's clear that he wasn't afraid to step outside his comfort zone
No, he was.
and embrace new challenges.
He was always pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
And that's a valuable lesson for anyone looking to grow in their career.
Right.
You know, being open to new experiences.
Yeah.
Adaptable to changing circumstances can lead to unexpected opportunities.
Right.
And a much richer professional journey.
Exactly. It's not always about following a linear path. It's about being open to exploring different avenues and embracing the twists and turns that come along the way.
Right, because you never know
Yeah.
what you might discover.
Exactly.
And David's story is a testament to that. He didn't just stick to one type of project,
Right.
one geographic location.
Right.
He constantly sought out those new challenges, broadened his expertise.
Yeah.
And that ultimately contributed to his long-term success.
Okay, so after venturing into the world of recreational land development, his journey brings him back to familiar territory. Orlando, Florida.
Right? Back to the Sunshine State.
But this time, it's with a project of an entirely different scale.
Okay.
The Grove Resort.
I've heard of that.
Okay.
It's big.
Yeah, so here he oversaw the development
Wow.
and international sales of 1,500 condominiums.
1,500.
That's massive.
That's huge.
And it has a global reach.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's an incredible number of units.
It is.
And to sell them all within just 4 years is a testament to his understanding of the market,
Right.
his salesmanship, and his ability to navigate the complexities of international deals.
Yeah, he had to have a global perspective
Right.
to pull that off.
What's really interesting is that this project brought together several threads from his career.
Oh, how so?
So you have his early experience with condo sales, his understanding of large-scale development,
Right.
and his connections to international markets.
Yeah, it's like this project was a culmination
Right.
of all those previous experiences.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, did he approach this project differently
Right.
than his previous ventures,
Did he have a new strategy?
having gained so much experience in various aspects of real estate?
Yeah. Did he bring any new innovations or strategies to the table?
We don't have those behind-the-scenes detail,
Well, I don't.
but they would offer a deeper understanding of his success.
Right, because it's not just about the numbers. It's about the strategies and insights that drive those results.
Exactly.
It's about peeling back the layers of the success story and uncovering the nuances that make it truly remarkable.
So after all these incredible ventures, what's David Bryant up to now?
Well, currently, he's focusing on commercial real estate in Central Florida.
Okay.
So even after such a successful career
Right.
spanning decades and continents, he's still actively involved in the industry.
It's a testament to his enduring passion for real estate.
It really is.
It makes you wonder what drives someone like David after achieving so much.
What keeps him going?
What keeps him engaged and motivated after all these years?
Yeah, you know, the video doesn't explicitly address his motivations,
Right.
but I think we can glean some insights from his actions.
Okay.
I mean, his constant pursuit of new challenges, his willingness to adapt and evolve, and his enduring passion for the industry
Yeah.
all point to this deep-seated drive.
To create, innovate, and contribute to the world of real estate.
And perhaps it's that very drive, coupled with his diverse experiences
Right.
and a knack for recognizing opportunities, that's allowed him to achieve such remarkable success
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it.
throughout his career.
It's a reminder that success isn't a destination,
Right.
but a journey. A constant evolution fueled by curiosity, adaptability, and a passion for what you do.
Absolutely. And David's story is a compelling example of that journey.
It is.
But before we delve deeper into the lessons we can learn from his diverse experiences,
Okay.
let's take a quick pause.
Sounds good.
When we come back, we'll explore the broader implications of his journey
Yeah.
and what it tells us about the ever-evolving nature of the real estate industry.
Looking forward to it.
And beyond, stay tuned. Welcome back. We left off talking about what drives someone like David to achieve so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a question that gets to the heart of that entrepreneurial spirit.
Like what fuels that that drive, you know?
Right. And while we don't have all the answers,
Right.
I think his actions speak volumes.
I agree.
You know, it's clear he's not just motivated by profit. There's a genuine passion for real estate
Definitely.
that's woven through every stage of his journey.
Yeah, you can really see that in the video. It's not just about buying and selling. It's about creating communities, shaping landscapes, and leaving a lasting impact.
And it's not just passion.
Right.
There's a remarkable adaptability here. You know, think about it. From selling those condos over the phone in the pre-internet era
Right.
to navigating the complexities of international markets.
Yeah.
He's consistently shown a knack for staying ahead of the curve.
It's almost like he has this sixth sense for where the market's going.
It makes you wonder what his learning process was like. Did he rely on formal education mentorship or just this relentless drive to absorb knowledge from every experience?
It's hard to say for sure, but it's clear that he's a lifelong learner. He didn't shy away from new technologies or unfamiliar markets. He embraced them as opportunities for growth.
And that's a powerful lesson.
Absolutely.
Anyone in any field.
For sure.
You know, in today's rapidly changing world, the ability to adapt and continuously learn is crucial.
You got to stay relevant.
Yeah.
And David's a great example of that.
Yeah, and it's not just about acquiring knowledge.
No.
It's about applying it strategically and creatively.
You got to know how to use it.
Yeah, and David's career is a masterclass in that.
For sure.
You know, look at his approach to community building. It's not just about constructing houses.
Right. It's more than that.
It's about understanding the needs and desires.
Human element.
Of the people who will inhabit those spaces.
Exactly.
Yeah. Take the Lake Carolina project.
Okay.
Earning the nickname The Mayor.
Yeah.
Suggests he went above and beyond.
Yeah, he wasn't just a developer.
Right.
He was a community leader.
Yeah, he was cultivating a community.
Right.
And that understanding extends beyond geographical borders.
It does.
His experience as an ambassador to China showcases remarkable cultural intelligence. Right. A sensitivity to the nuances of different markets.
You got to understand the culture, the
Right.
customs,
practices.
the way they do things.
Right.
It's a whole different ballgame.
And it makes you wonder what specific challenges he faced in bridging those cultural gaps.
Yeah, what obstacles did he encounter?
And how did he overcome them?
How did he adapt?
Did he have any mentors or guides in navigating the Chinese market?
People showing him the ropes. You know, we don't have all the answers.
Right.
But his success in that market really suggests a willingness to learn, adapt, and build genuine relationships across cultures.
It's a reminder that in today's interconnected world, cultural intelligence is no longer a nice to have.
No.
It's a must have.
Absolutely.
And David's story highlights how that skill can open doors to incredible opportunities.
Yeah, it can really make a difference.
It's about seeing those differences, not as obstacles, but as opportunities for learning and growth.
Exactly. Turn those challenges into advantages.
And speaking of growth, let's talk about risk-taking.
All right.
So starting his own company at 30, venturing into international markets,
Right.
shifting from residential to recreational land development.
Yeah, he wasn't afraid to take risks.
David's career is punctuated by these bold moves.
Big moves.
But I'm curious, did he always make the right calls?
Right.
Did he ever face any major setbacks or failures that forced him to reevaluate his approach?
I mean, nobody's perfect.
Right.
Everyone makes mistakes.
So while the video focuses on his successes, it's important to remember that every journey has its bumps along the way.
There's going to be ups and downs.
Right. Setbacks and failures are inevitable.
Part of the process.
But it's how you learn from those experiences that ultimately shapes your path.
That's what matters.
It would be incredibly valuable to hear about those challenges, to understand how he navigated them.
How he dealt with those setbacks.
And what lessons he took away.
What did he learn from those failures?
Because let's be honest, it's often those setbacks that teach us the most valuable lessons.
They really do.
And while we don't have those specific details,
we don't get the full story.
His ability to consistently bounce back and achieve success in new areas
He always landed on his feet.
Suggests a resilience and a willingness to learn from mistakes.
He didn't let those setbacks define him.
Right. It's a reminder that success isn't about avoiding failure.
No.
It's about having the grit and determination to get back up and keep moving forward.
You got to keep going.
And David's story embodies that.
He's an inspiration.
He doesn't shy away from challenges.
No, he doesn't.
He embraces them as opportunities for growth.
Turns those obstacles into stepping stones.
And that attitude, coupled with his passion, adaptability, and willingness to learn, seems to be the secret sauce.
The magic formula.
To his long-term success.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it.
It's a powerful message.
It is.
And one that resonates far beyond the world of real estate.
Absolutely.
Because ultimately, those qualities, passion, adaptability, resilience, and a thirst for knowledge are essential for success in any field.
No matter what you do.
Right.
Those qualities will serve you well.
It's about having the vision to see opportunities where others might see obstacles.
Yeah. Look beyond the challenges.
And the courage to pursue those opportunities with unwavering determination.
And don't give up on your dreams.
And David's story is a testament to that.
He's a great example.
But before we dive deeper into the broader implications of his journey and what it tells us about the future of the real estate industry, let's take a quick pause.
That's good.
When we return, we'll explore the lessons we can learn from his approach to navigating international markets and adapting to an ever-evolving industry.
Looking forward to it.
Stay tuned. We're back. And, you know, I'm still thinking about David's global ventures.
Yeah.
It's not just about selling properties overseas. It's about understanding that cultural landscape and building trust in a completely different environment.
Absolutely. His time in China, serving as an ambassador for the state of Florida, really speaks volumes about that importance of cultural intelligence in global business.
Absolutely.
He wasn't just, you know, selling a product. He was fostering relationships, bridging cultural gaps.
Yeah, it really highlights a skill set that's becoming so valuable in our interconnected world.
Absolutely.
You know, that ability to connect with individuals from such diverse backgrounds. It's not a luxury anymore.
No.
It's a necessity.
It's essential.
And it goes beyond just language proficiency. It's about grasping those cultural nuances, communication styles, establishing genuine rapport.
Building trust across culture.
And David's journey showcases how mastering these skills can open doors to extraordinary opportunities.
Absolutely.
So speaking of opportunities, the real estate industry itself is constantly evolving.
Always changing.
What insights from David's experience can shed light on the future of this dynamic field?
Well, one key takeaway is the undeniable rise of technology.
Technology, yeah.
Remember David selling those condos over the phone back in the early days?
Yeah.
I mean, that was groundbreaking then. Now you've got virtual tours, online platforms, digital tools, all transforming the way we buy and sell real estate.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
It is.
How technology is reshaping that entire process from property searches to closing deals.
The whole game has changed.
And given David's history of embracing innovation, I imagine he's been at the forefront.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
Of those technological advancements.
He seems like the type of person who would be an early adopter.
Yeah.
But his journey also underscores that increasing globalization of the real estate market. International investors play such a significant role these days.
It's a global market.
It is.
So you have to understand those diverse markets.
You can't just focus on local trends anymore.
A global perspective, an understanding of investment flows. And the ability to connect with buyers from all corners of the world.
You got to be able to speak their language. It requires adaptability, cultural intelligence, a willingness to venture beyond your comfort zone.
Qualities that David has consistently demonstrated.
Throughout his career.
Yeah.
So for our listeners out there who are interested in real estate, what single piece of advice inspired by David's journey would you offer?
I would say embrace continuous learning. The real estate landscape is always changing. So you have to stay curious, seek out new knowledge, adapt your skills to stay ahead of the game.
Stay ahead of the curve. That's sage advice.
It is.
And it applies to any field.
Absolutely.
Never stop learning. Never stop growing.
Words to live by.
David's story really embodies that spirit.
He's a great example.
And, don't forget the importance of building relationships.
Oh, that's crucial.
Cultivate those genuine connections. Nurture those relationships, and you'll be surprised
by the opportunities that emerge.
It's all about who you know.
So David Bryant's journey is truly an inspiring example.
It is.
Of hard work, adaptability,
yeah,
and an unwavering passion for real estate.
He loves what he does.
He's demonstrated that success isn't a straight line, but a winding path filled with twists and turns and unexpected opportunities.
I never know what's around the corner.
So his story reminds us that regardless of where you start, with dedication, curiosity, and a willingness to embrace challenges, remarkable achievements are within reach.
You can achieve anything you set your mind to.
So the next time you find yourself feeling stuck or uncertain about your direction, remember David's story.
Yeah.
Embrace the journey, stay curious, and never stop learning.
Never stop growing.
You never know where it might lead.
The possibilities are endless.
Who knows? You might even become the mayor of a thriving community, an ambassador to a foreign country.
Wow.
Or maybe even a real estate legend yourself.
Oh, that's a goal.
So thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating career of David Bryant.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning.
Yeah.
And keep pushing those boundaries.
Don't be afraid to take risks.
Absolutely.